So now we'll look at an application problem that will require us to use a rational equation. So suppose you have 500 milliliters of a cleaning solution that is 20% bleach and 80% water. How many milliliters of bleach must you add to make the solution 25% bleach? So we're trying to increase the concentration of bleach from 20% up to 25%. Let's start with getting an idea of how much bleach we actually have in the solution. So right now our solution has a total of 500 milliliters. And of that, 20% is bleach. Well, 20% as a decimal is 0.2. And if we multiply that by 500, we can get an idea of how much of the solution is actually bleach. And 0.2 times 500 is 100. So 100 milliliters of our solution is bleach out of the total 500 milliliters in the solution. And this makes sense here because if you do divide 100 by 500, you do get that percentage as a decimal, 0.2, 20%, 0.2. So now we want to kind of work with this existing concentration, but we want to get the solution to a point where we have 25% bleach. So I'm going to change this 0.2 to the desired percentage, which is 0.25. The percentage is really 25%, but we'll write it as a decimal in our calculation. To get this new percentage of 25%, we're going to take that existing amount of bleach, 100, that's already in the solution. We're going to add on some more. I'll say plus B. If we add on some extra amount of bleach, that means we also have to add on that same extra amount to that total volume of the solution. So we're adding on extra bleach, which means we have to add on that extra amount of liquid to that total volume of liquid. And now what we have is just a rational function to solve, or I should say a rational equation to solve. So now we'll solve this rational equation. We want to get the x out of the denominator, so we'll do that by multiplying both sides by 500 plus x. Over here, we'll move this over, and we can multiply over here. We can cancel out the 500 plus x, and then now we need to distribute the 0.25 to both of those pieces inside the parentheses. 0.25 times 500 is 125. 0.25 times x is 0.25x equals 100 plus x. Now we just have to get our x's on the same side and solve for x. I'll do that by subtracting x. We get 125. We're subtracting really a 1x. 0.25x minus 1x is negative 0.75x. Equals 100. We'll add 125. Oops, not add, subtract. Subtract 125 from both sides. We get negative 0.75x equals negative 25. And then finally, we just have to divide both sides by negative 0.75. And negative 25 divided by negative 0.75. We get x equal to 33.3 repeating milliliters. So that's the amount of bleach we would have to add to the solution to arrive at a concentration of 25%.